Page number 21. Students on ICE, the program I was working with on the Shokesky, aims to do exactly this by taking high school students to the ends of the world and providing them with inspiring education opportunities which will help them foster. Foster means to encourage a new understanding and respect for our planet. It's been in operation for 6 years now, headed by Canadian Geoff Green. Who is Canadian Geoff Green? Yes, this is the man who started this program, Students on Ice program. Earlier, my dear students, look at this line. He got tired. Got tired means he lost interest of karting. Karting means carrying celebrities and retired people, rich people, curiosity seekers. Curiosity seekers mean those who only wanted to know and learn, who could only give back in a limited way. My dear students, Geoff Green earlier used to take some rich people, some influential people, some celebrities to Antarctica, but in vain. They didn't do anything. Now he changed his way, he changed his mind, he changed his strategy. So he started taking some students because he thought with students on ice, he offers a future generation of policymakers a life-changing experience at an age when they are ready to absorb. Absorb means to comprehend, to learn, and most importantly, act. Yes, today's generation is sharper, brighter, and more aware. When they are taken to Antarctica, they can learn faster and they can take action. Yes, you are, my dear students, brilliant. And further, she says the reason the program has been so successful is because it is impossible to go anywhere near the South Pole and not be affected by it. It's easy to blaze about polar ice caps melting while sitting in the comfort zone of our respective latitude and longitude. My dear students, in our home, in our houses, when we sit, we can easily blame, we can easily say that ice is melting, global warming is increasing day by day, ozone layer is depleting day by day. It's very easier said than done anything. So what is it teaching us? That we must do something to save our planet, right? What do you mean by blaze? Unconcerned and impressed. But when you can visibly see glaciers retreating is going back, disappearing, and ice shelves collapsing. Collapsing means breaking and disappearing. You begin to realize that the threat of global warming is very real. My dear students, when we are on Antarctica, we can only realize what is happening and what is going to happen to our planet. Soon will be no more like dinosaurs. Antarctica, because of a simple ecosystem and lack of biodiversity. What is biodiversity? Variation of plant and animal life. Is the perfect place to study how little changes in the environment can have big repercussions. What do you mean by repercussions? Yes, consequences. Yes, results. Take the microscopic phytoplankton. Have you seen phytoplankton? Okay, let me show you. First of all, this is a Students on Ice program. You must go through on it. On your screen, you can see phytoplankton. What are phytoplanktons? It's given those grasses of the sea that nourish. These phytoplankton, they nourish, they provide with food and oxygen, and they sustain the entire southern ocean's food chain. These single-celled plants use the sun's energy to assimilate, to absorb carbon and synthesize. Synthesize means to combine organic compounds in that wondrous and most important process or processes called photosynthesis. My dear students, these small plants, phytoplankton, they give us oxygen also, oxygen to marine animals, and they provide some food also. If they get disturbed because of there is a hole in ozone layer, they will be killed because they are decreasing day by day. Let's look at a video from NASA.
Oceans in the Northern Hemisphere have become a little less crowded. A new study led by NASA researchers has found populations of the microscopic marine plants phytoplankton have decreased in recent years. Individual phytoplankton are invisible to the human eye, but they can be detected from space by looking at the color of the oceans. Using a NASA model in combination with ocean satellite data, scientists observed in the Northern Hemisphere a 1% decrease of phytoplankton per year between 1998 and 2012.
Phytoplankton are the first level of the food chain. They feed fishes, but also larger mammals, including whales. Plus, phytoplankton, just like trees, absorb carbon dioxide and emit oxygen. So there is a constant exchange between the ocean and the atmosphere of gas. In fact, the ocean absorbs about 25% of the carbon dioxide that is emitted by humans. We don't know whether that decrease will keep on going, but what we know is that this decrease could likely have an effect on carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and the food chain.
So my dear students, it was about phytoplankton, and the writer has mentioned about photosynthesis, the process by which green plants and some other organisms use sunlight to synthesize nutrients from carbon dioxide and water. Scientists also warn that a further depletion in the ozone layer will affect the activities of these phytoplankton, which in turn will affect the lives of all the marine animals and birds of the region and the global carbon cycle. In the parable, what is parable? Short story with a moral. Short story of moral. In the parable of phytoplankton, there is a great metaphor. There is another meaning. What is another meaning? What is it symbolic of? For existence, take care of the small things and the big things will fall into place. So this may be the question, you may be asked this question. First of all, what are phytoplanktons? How are they important for the Earth's survival? What does the parable of phytoplankton teach us? Please go through the answer on your own. These are the words used on page number 21 with their meanings. 22. Walk on the ocean. My Antarctic experience was full of such epiphanies. What do you mean by epiphanies, my dear students? A moment of revelation and realization. But the best occurred just short of the Antarctic Circle at 65.55 degrees south. The Shokaleski had managed to wedge. To wedge means to fix herself into a thick white stretch of ice between the peninsula. What is peninsula? A piece of land which is surrounded by water, and Tadpole Island, which was preventing us from going any further. The captain decided we were going to turn around and head back north, but before we did, we were all instructed to climb down the gangplank. What is a gangplank? As you can see on your screen, a movable plank used by passengers to board or disembark from a ship or what. As you can see, people are using this gangplank while coming down, and when they go up the ship, they use this gangplank and walk on the ocean. So there we were, all 52 of us, kitted out. Kitted means equipped with, in Gore-Tex and glares. Have you seen Gore-Tex? These boots. And glares means eye shades. They protect us from sun rays. Walking on a stark whiteness that seemed to spread out forever. Underneath our feet was a meter thick ice pack, and underneath that 180 meters of living, breathing salt water. In the periphery means edge. Crab eater seals. Have you seen crab eater seals? Oh, look at this. You can see the crab eater seal relaxing and sunning, stretching themselves on the ice floes. What do you mean by ice floes? Floating ice. Much like stray dogs. So these seals, look at on your screen, have been compared with a stray dog will do under the shade of a banyan tree. It was nothing short of a revelation. What is a revelation? Discovering, uncovering of something. Everything does indeed connect. It means there is a connection between these two creatures. One is on Antarctica and another is on, you can say, in any other country, in any other part of the world. So there is a connection. Everybody is connected. Nine time zones, six checkpoints, three bodies of water, and many ecospheres later, I was still wondering about the beauty of balance in play on our planet. It means there is a connection between nature and man. How would it be if Antarctica were to become the warm place that it once used to be? Just imagine, just think, my dear students, if it were to become warm again, what would happen? It would happen because of global warming, and the need of the hour is once again stop global warming. Will we be around to see it? Or would we have gone the way of the dinosaurs or mammoths? What do you know? Mammoths, large extinct elephants, and woolly rhinos. Who is to say? And what is to say? Nobody knows. But after spending 2 weeks with a bunch of teenagers who still have the idealism, these children have the idealism, means a kind of wishful thinking or unrealistic belief to save the world. All I can say is that a lot can happen in a million years. But what a difference a day makes. What a difference a day makes. So we said, Tata, bye bye, Antarctica. You have taught us a great lesson. And the lesson is, what is the lesson, my dear students? Save the earth. And if we want to study Earth's past, present, and future, Antarctica is the best place to go. So, what we have learned today, lesson for students, minor environmental changes have big repercussions. We have also learnt about the importance of photosynthesis. Ozone layer is depleting day by day, and you can say it is very, very dangerous for us if it happens. To save big things, we must first of all save small things. Small things need to be taken care of. And then she had a stroll on the ocean. These are the points. And this trip made a great difference. Now the students are full of idealism to save their planet. So my dear friends, these are the words which have been discussed on page number 22. This is the question, you have to just go through it. How is Antarctica significant in climatic debates? It is a very important one. Next one is, what are the indications for the future of humankind? And this is a very important question of 6 marks. Why is Antarctica the place to go to understand the Earth's present, past, and future? So please go through this question. I'll see you later with some more things. So, my dear students, at the end, I would say, through this chapter, Journey to the End of the Earth, the author gives us the message that rarely visited regions of the earth like the South and the North Poles, they are a storehouse of information, and we can learn a lot about the planet's past, present, and future if we delve deep into them. It also warns man against too much interference with nature and excessive encroachment on and dominance over nature, which is injurious to the future of mankind, and that the threat of global warming is very real. Thank you, my dear students. As you can see on your screen, bye bye. Have a nice time. I will come back to you with some assignment. Thank you.